with China, as you know, against my statement, they put a 34% tariff on above what their ridiculous tariffs were already. And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on.
Should China worry about U.S. tariffs?
We never worry about it.
Why not?
Yeah. We only focus on ourselves, how we can do much better. We don't worry about others.
So you don't worry about President Trump's next moves?
Of course. Nobody worry about it.
I'm sorry, what's going on? 125% tariff on China, and then all of the other countries get 10% tariff, 10% discount, except China. None for China. Who is this child throwing a tantrum and being like, I'll show you, China? If anyone thinks this is how you negotiate, it's not. There are severe implications, and if you are not seeing that right now, in the economy, in the stock market, you're dumb. Like, what reality show are we in right now? Real world and some shit? Yeah, wild.
Donald Trump, listen to me. Even if you raise the tariff to 100,000%, China is not gonna talk to you. So Trump threaten, oh, if you don't want to talk to me, negotiate with me, I'm gonna raise 50% again. Oh, come on. 10,000% is, oh, come on, 10,000%. It doesn't work for China. Because you have to understand that between 2003 to 2015, the world has built a perfect industrial system and supply chain system, which means that it could operate without the United States of America. The world could operate without the United States of America. Of course, the United States of America is controlling some key techniques. But the thing is that China, already, developed their own. So it is okay that the world exists without the United States of America. So Donald Trump used to want to use tariff as a weapon. He probably expected that the world is gonna kneel down to him, but no. He miscalculated the actual situation all around the world right now. United States is not the United States before, the unique superpower dominance all around the world. No, not at all. Trump's threat shows his desperation. So China, just take it easy. We still have time. So we have energy and time to deal with you. And you're in a hurry. And okay, alright, come on. 10,000% tariff, come on. China doesn't give a...
Trump's tariffs are going to fail. There is no way for them to truly succeed. They're too broad, they're too fast, they're too much. And even though he's pausing for 90 days, I mean, since when can Trump focus on anything for more than 90 days? So we'll see how that all goes. Look, if you want to bring back every single job to the United States, you would have to double the industrial plant and you would have to double the power grid, which would take a minimum of 5, 10, probably 20 years, during which time we would just all be screwed. There would be nothing anything can do. These tariffs would just be a tax on people. And look, there are certain companies that we should absolutely tariff. If a corporation abuses its workers, if a corporation burns down their Amazon rainforest, then yeah, tariff them. But doing these broad tariffs on all countries is just stupid.
The best part of all this disaster is us Democrats were 1,000% right. We told them about tariffs, how they don't work. Did they listen? No. And now when we tell them that, hey, we told you tariffs don't work, you are why the economy is tanking. They all tell us this is all part of Donald Trump's plan. He's playing chess, not checkers. Bro, if you walked up to Donald Trump right now and asked him, hey, are you playing chess? He goes, chess? Oh, I love chess. I love titties. He don't even know what chess is.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the, anyone? The Great Depression, passed the, anyone? A tariff bill the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which anyone raised or lowered, raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
So I work sourcing items domestically and internationally to bring all these items, commodities together under one roof so people can come to us and we have the stuff in stock and we support the stuff and yada, yada, yada. Okay. We're a retail reseller, wholesale reseller, etc. And recently I was working with a company in the United States. It's like a one-person operation in a flyover state. And I was kind of like grilling them about their product and asking them all of these things. And I was asking, in terms of tariff, are you compensating for the amount that steel and aluminum will go up right now based on these tariffs that are about to be in place? This is before they were in place. And that person's response to me was, no, I won't have to worry about that because I source all my stuff domestically. And I was like, not how it works, but continue. And we kept talking and I said, well, are you interested in, the competition you have between this company and this company and this company? And that guy again was like, no, the tariffs are going to help me there too, because people won't buy from that company. That company's Canadian. And I looked it up and they are Canadian, but they actually have holding in the US as well, which means they won't get hit with the tariff. They have, an LLC or whatever in the US. They probably make some stuff in the US as well because they're like one of those typical border towns, just like the same issue that's happening right now with, auto workers, and passing vehicles between, over the border. All right. So if you just, that company can just fix it by keeping stuff on one side and another side. Pretty easy if it works out for them, it works out. But they said, blatantly on their website, this particular stuff is not going to affect us. Don't think about, whether or not you want to buy it from us. Okay. And this company has a 6 to 8 week lead time. So people love their products. But going back to the guy domestically, who's like a one-man operation, all right, you would normally say, I would like to support the smaller company because I have a little bit more say in what can happen and what could be done. And it just put a really bad taste in my mouth that this guy was basically saying that he didn't have to worry about competition, or in his mind, he didn't have to worry about competition because, no, people won't buy from them because they're going to have tariffs placed on there. So it's just like more of this bad misinformation. It's not assumption, right? The guy's not dumb. He's an engineer. But, this entrenchment that we have where we are so firm in our political ways that we can't actually think about how this is going to affect us, that'll fucking get you in trouble, man. Anyway, it put a bad taste in my mouth and I won't buy from him at all. And it sucks because it was like, maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he doesn't need the money. I don't know. But I thought it would have been cool. But yeah, tariffs don't work the way a lot of people think they do. If you have any entrenchment one way or another and you had a thought going into it, maybe you should just research it for yourself, not using your normal outlets.
Tariffs are a big problem. People say, well, we have to punish these people. Why do we have to punish China? Let me tell you, I was reading through something today, and what really struck me as important was this statement. China's exports to the Global South and BRICS countries in March reached a seasonally adjusted annual rate of $1.6 trillion a year. That's nearly 4 times China's exports to the United States and more than the combined total of China's exports to the United States, Europe, and Japan, which reached a seasonally adjusted annual rate of $1.38 trillion in March. What does this mean? How do you punish China? China has moved on. It has expanded, it has adjusted, it's prepared to deal with us on a far less advantageous plane than the one we previously enjoyed.
Tariffs don't work, then why is every other successful country in this world still using them? Can anybody answer me that? Seriously though, what is the argument for that? Are those countries just continuing to use failing practices? Because they seem pretty successful to me. Let's look at China, for instance. I mean, personally, I would say China's pretty successful, wouldn't you? I'd go as far as to say that China's built an economic empire. And you know what? They've had 8% growth because of tariffs. India's catching up with China. They got a 7% growth because of those tariffs. They've also been very good at protecting their own country, their own industries. South Korea casually launched their auto and tech industries, and you know what they included in that? Tariffs. And I know we love to forget about it, but you know what country became successful because of tariffs? Our own country here in the United States. So tell me again, if tariffs are such a flop, then why are all these countries raking it in? I'll wait. I'll be honest though, it kind of seems like tariffs are flopping so hard that they're winning. And you know I gotta say it, this is just for entertainment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.